concrete is a process. It's a process of removing the surface paste from your concrete and exposing the beauty that's underneath. Concrete is made of typically 4 items. You have sand, cement, water and aggregate. Aggregate is stone, and the stone within the concrete is part of the beauty. But the aggregate in quarries will vary from area to area. For example, sandstone tends to be a pinky hue off of it. Limestone is typically the grey stone that you will get right throughout the country. But even within that, it will vary in shape, in size, in texture. If it's crushed, for example, it's going to be angular. If it's close to the beach on the east coast, for example, of Ireland, it's going to be a rounder stone. There's many shades, many shapes, and it's part of the beauty. We always insist that we get samples. We can organise the samples for you, you can organise the samples, but it's very, very simple and it's not charged for. Then you can decide, is this particular material, is this particular colour for me? Is this what I want? But more so, it's a very, very good control system. So when the job is done, you can use that as an example. Concrete for polishing is not difficult to lay. We would always like to speak to your general contractor and get a feel from him if he's comfortable laying the concrete. So some contractors are quite happy to lay the concrete, they have the skill set, they have the awareness. Other guys absolutely will not. In a situation like that, we will take ownership of the project. We'll get involved in the laying of the concrete, finishing of the concrete and polishing of the concrete. Think of concrete as liquid stone. It can be used for many applications. We've used it in the past for seating, we've used it for countertops, we've used it for architectural pieces, for decorative pieces. You can have what's known as overlays or micro toppings that are designed floor screeds, very thin screeds, very hard wearing, but the design floor screeds where you have your own colour, your own blend of aggregates, your own mix. You can also have your own logo in your floor. You can place glass, you can place coloured chips into your surface. It's as broad as you can imagine it to be within the parameters of a concrete mix. The concrete, once it's polished, it's more refined, but it's also harder. So it has a harder surface than when we actually got it, because we add a hardening element to the concrete. It's more refined. It should outlast your building. In fact, it is one of the only floors that you can put down that won't allow marks to stay on the floor. When you have a polished concrete floor, you've got such a refined surface that there isn't really anything there for the tyres to mark. Once a concrete floor is maintained correctly, over its lifespan, the cost per square foot or the cost per square metre is insignificant. It will reduce your lighting requirements because of the reflection off the surface. But the other advantage within industry is the fact that it is an anti-static floor. So within the electronics industry, within the paint manufacturing industry, within explosion risk industries, then it's a superb floor to use. The research and development that's done within the flooring industry, and specifically within the polished concrete industry, is growing and redeveloping every year. And thankfully, we're involved with HTC. We use their machinery, we use their vacuums, we use their diamond. They're always on top of the game, and equally as much so are we.
Hello, Renobuild, Vivian speaking.
Why should you use Renobuild? We're passionate about what we do. We have system awareness, we have product awareness, we have a drive, and I don't say this lightly, but we are the experts.